poetry, dance and prose, where brilliant and gifted artists are encouraged to present their talents in competition. But the highlight of the week-long festival must surely be the crowning and the chairing of the bards. And every year, an original crown and chair are commissioned from Welsh craftsmen, often living abroad. Now, this is an almost unique challenge, taking place as it has in one form or another since the 12th century. Under the cover of anonymity, poets submit their work in Welsh following strict literary rules. The bard for poetry written in Pryddist, or free verse, is crowned on the Monday. And the bard for awdl, or poetry written in a very prescribed metric form known as cynhanedd, is chaired on the Friday, if and only if the requisite standard is met. Not infrequently, the Archdruid has stepped forward to announce that the crown or the chair will not be awarded that year in order to maintain the criteria demanded by the judges. But when it is bestowed, a hush falls over the massive marquee. The Archdruid reads out the nom de plume of the winner, unknown even to his closest family and friends, and all remain seated as a searchlight sweeps the tent. One lone figure out of thousands stands, the recipient of the greatest honour in Welsh literature, and the mistress of the robes approaches to drape the new bard in his vestments while the heralds escort him or her to the stage. This is an honour that most writers can only dream of, and only a handful have ever achieved it more than once. One such outstanding and repeat winner was a brilliant young man by the name of Thomas Rowland Hughes, who had a glittering career ahead of him as both a poet and author, and as head of the BBC in Wales, until his genius was cut short at only 46 after a long and grueling fight with MS. I'm both proud and humble to say that he was my uncle, and I would like to share these few words of my own regarding his achievements here with you today. My uncle's chairs. The first one loomed imposing and Arthurian amidst the bookcases, squeezed between the vinyl three-piece suite and the out-of-tune piano in that small front room where family gathered for holidays and the bay-front window streamed with liquid laughter. The back was taller than a Welshman, topped with red baronial crowns and carved with scenes of Celtic life, from Gorsedd Ring to mining, quarrying, from rolling lowlands up to Snowdon's peaks. There was even a tiny tunnel that, no matter how you gazed at it in childish wonder, or pounced upon it in a sneak attack, you could never find the end. The arms were marvels, ribbed and ridged like lions' manes, that ended in the lion's mouth agape with needle teeth, just begging little fingers to get stuck. The seat, incongruously, bore koalas eating eucalyptus leaves, a tribute from the far-flung carpenter expat who'd carved the chair. The legs, great sturdy pillars, ended in 4 balls that never rolled away, defying what we thought of Newton's laws. This then, this towering, formidable chair, so out of keeping with its modest home and with my uncle's introspective soul, had been the first awarded for his work amidst the pomp and pageantry in 1937. But Uncle Roland had a second chair. This one was delicately panelled, etched and filigreed, a mere 4 inches tall, but weighty in the palm, a solid silver replica of the chair he would have won if Hitler's hell had not filled up the sky and relegated Eisteddfodau to the radio. Even as a child, I treasured this one more. This shrunken, fragile chair. For it spoke not just of defiance, of resilience to evil, of the will to fight for poetry and light, for art and beauty in an age of savagery. It mirrored his refusal to be cowed, to be cast adrift without his words, to drown within the shipwreck of his frail and dying frame. And now, it's with great pleasure that I would ask Sherry. Thank you.